Cheers, Palmon family, it's your princess. This is the ultimate beginner guide for Palmon survival. This video will give you everything you need to know from your buildings to your technology to your Palmons and all the tips and tricks when you start playing Palmon survival. Stay tuned. Welcome to my Palmon Survival Beginner Guide, and if you enjoy my content, please subscribe to the channel and like the video and share it with your friends. Today I want to share all the tips and tricks with you when you start playing Palmon Survival, because it is important to know a few things in advance. Then you can just gain power faster, you can increase your building levels, etc. faster. So we go through this guide, and you can also, in the description, there are the chapters. You can go to the different chapters and look what kind of infos you want to have. So let's go into it and start with the main important thing in that game. You have your own little camp over here. We know we have the world map where you are together with your guild members, and there are also some other guilds over this map. But you have your own little camp inside where your Palmons live and where you collect your resources and where you can upgrade different stuff. When we look at the buildings, there's always some buildings you want to prioritize at the beginning because they are just more important than other buildings. And the first one I want to start with is the camp. This is the main building. This is the headquarters of your city. And what you want to do from the beginning on, you always want to look is what is the next requirements that I can up-level my camp building, because the higher the camp level is, the higher the Palmon level cap is. And so your Palmon gets stronger and they can defeat higher level bosses on the map. They are better in PvE and PvP events. So you want to always focus at the beginning to get up your camp level as fast as possible. And I have a little screenshot for you here. These are the camp upgrade requirements from camp level 10 to camp level 30, which is currently in the game the maximum level. And I have to say a big thanks to Pharaoh, because she helped me a lot with this. She has amazing guides. Very, very much thank you for helping me here. And if you guys want to take a screenshot, you can take that, and then you are well prepared and know what you need for requirements for the different camp levels. So the next buildings I want to talk about is here. It is called the Field Lab 1. This is the building where you can do your research. This is the building where you can do your technology for different stuff. And the higher the level of that building is, you get a tech research speed bonus, the higher the level is. So you want to always upgrade this field lab very soon after you upgraded your camp level, because you will profit. You save a lot of time when you start your researches, etc. So this is a very valuable building in the early game as well. The next building, which is important, is here. Can I click it? The Amigo Hut, because here you are producing your troops. And you see, the higher the level is here, the higher is the training limit, and especially the Amigo level. So the troops in the game here starts with level 1. And you see here, they have different power, morale, squad load, Palmon attack, defense, HP. So the higher the level, the better your Amigos are performing on the field. So whenever you get the chance to upgrade your Amigo Hut, you can unlock higher levels of Amigos, you can train and get stronger troops, which helps you on the field. And then there is another building you might want to think about to upgrade it. That is the squad building. Here in Palmon Survival, it's like that you always send out a squad of 5 different Palmons. They go on the battlefield with your Amigo troops, and they do the fighting for you, they do the battles for you. So when you upgrade this squad level here, when we click on the info, the squad size here shows how many Amigos you can send with your Palmon squad to fight for you, to battle for you, to collect stuff for you. So you want to have an eye on that squad buildings as well, that because you can just increase your squad size. So these are the main important buildings from the early beginning on. You can also for sure upgrade your pumpkin farm, your tomato farm, and here you have your table saw and your furnace. That is all but give you additional resources which make you to grow faster in the game. So you want to keep an eye on your resource buildings as well, that you can just get as many free resources as possible from the game. I feel like the shop is also very interesting because at the beginning you need a lot of gold, and the higher the level here is, the higher is the base output per hour you can collect the gold over here. So this is a building, the shop at the beginning, I would really upgrade it some levels as well, because I can show you here. At the beginning you start in your camp, you have a mini little building, and then you start building up all this, the streets, the territory, the bridges. It unlocks more and more building by time. And for that you need a lot of gold. You see it over here. The next territory to unlock is 550k gold. When we click here on this, it costs me 550k gold and I just get a bridge. So I want to unlock the next one, 600k. Oh, okay, I got some more land over here. Then I have to defeat here again an enemy, and then I can unlock more camp territory. So you always want to have an eye on this, that you increase your territory inside your camp as fast as possible and unlock as many possible buildings. You see here some buildings are still locked because I haven't the camp requirement of level 16, for example, yet. And the more you go and unlock your camp level and other stuff. So for example, here we can unlock a building that cost me some lumber, 500k over here. And I got an Amigo Hut 3, which is kind of cool. We assign a Palmon over here and we directly start training some troops and build our own Amigo army. So this is the building upgrades I would really prioritize at the beginning. So let's look a little bit at the research here in this game. There are different technology trees you can go and get some additional buffs in the game. So the first one, and in my opinion, the important one, is the development one here. You see here you have different bonuses you can get over here. The most important here is you can reduce your construction time for building, you can reduce your research time, you can reduce your resource cost for building and research. So whenever you unlock here a possibility to increase, you want to always upgrade this one next, that you get more building speed, more resource speed, or a resource reduction cost. So priority number one, in my opinion, is the development tree. The second one I would prioritize is the growth one, because here you unlock some efficiency. You get here, you see, you get more lumber output, you get more steel output. So all the resources you need at the beginning to build up your camp, you get more if you focus that growth tech tree here as well. So this is, in my opinion, the second priority together with development at the beginning. So when you have development and growth to a point where you can't go further, then it also makes a little bit sense here go into the Palmon tree, because you can get some attack buffs, etc. Or also here in the squad you can gain some extra damage buffs, which are always nice to have. So my second priority would definitely be, after development and growth, going into Palmon and Squad 1. But I would really first only focus on Squad 1, because at the beginning state of the game you really need to focus that you have one strong squad, and then you can jump and make the second squad. But I would really go for one strong squad at the beginning, and that's why I only would go for the technology first here, that you max this as soon as possible. And the Amigo tag, in my opinion, that gives you some additional Amigo attack bonuses. You see here, Amigo defense, etc. I feel like this is the lowest priority here when you start with the game. So it's definitely development and growth, and after you want to go for the base stats for the Palmon and the Squad 1. So let's look at the main important part in the game, and these are our Palmons. When you click on the bottom here, you can also see which Palmons are already in the game. You have an overview overall, and you see already they have a maximum level of 300. And this is why I said at the beginning, the camp level is so important, because when we click at the camp level, your Palmon level cap here, for me on camp level 15, it's 90. So if you want to up-level your Palmons to level 300, you need the camp level 30. And that's why it's so important to work on the camp, that your Palmons get stronger. When we look a little bit here about the roster, what kind of different Palmons do we have in the game? How is Palmons kind of work? So you have here in the game the kind of golden legendary Palmons over here. In this game, they are called UR Palmons. And these are the most powerful Palmons. I have already 2 of them here. You see, this is another UR Palmon. Then you have the kind of purple epic Palmons over here, and they are called SSR in the game. So you see, you can easily collect them over here by time. I will show you in a minute where you can get that Palmons and what is the best way to do. And then you have also that blue Palmons over here. They are called SR in the game, which you can also just get. So how do we get these Palmons? How can we catch them? How can we collect them? So there are different possibilities to get Palmons. So the first one is, you have here that little hatchery in your camp. You will, after you unlock the camp, you go over with the little bridge over here. And here you can see you have that Palmon X. And that Palmon X you get a lot at the beginning, when you just defeat some bully bosses on the map, or when you just unlock more territory in the camp. You sometimes get some X for free. They are also in a lot of event rewards. So we can look here real quick. Some Palmons you can get here from the hatchery. And you see there is only one UR Palmon unlocked yet. Then it is a different percentage which one you can get over here. And you can just use your Palmon X over here to get some more Palmons, to upgrade them. Let's see what we all get. Oh, we got here another one. It get dismissed because you can directly use them. You see here when it get dismissed, when you already own the Palmon, you can do in the settings that they get dismissed, and then you get that extra tokens where you can upgrade the Palmons. So let's look additional what we can do. So for example, when we are going here, there is at the beginning a little bit kind of like events when it unlocks new Palmon you can catch on the map. So for example, we go here. For right now, it is the Exolium, Exolium over here. So we hit on capture, tap to close. We get it over here. We get some epic. Let's look if we can battle this one. So here, view, this one we can battle. So you just click on battle, then you speed up the battle a little bit, that it goes faster, victory. And at that moment, when you have defeated the Palmon, you can send here your troops, and then you can just capture this Palmon. And let's hope we get it. Let's hope we get it. The percentage goes up, the capture chance goes up. Let's hope we get it. I think that looks good. We captured another Palmon, and that is the way you increase and get more Palmons into your inventory. How are these Palmons kind of look? Let's maybe just take this for an example. You have different possibilities to up-level your Palmons, and you have also different Palmon types. So the first important thing is to say you have here different types of Palmons. There are water Palmons. There are fire Palmons. There are earth Palmons. You see it always when you click here, that is an earth type. And you also have the electric Palmons over here. So this is the 4 kind of types you have in that game. And when we look a little bit here on the squad, you see they also have a counter damage bonus of 25%. That means when you have Palmons of the water type, they counter the fire type Palmons with 25% counter bonus, and so on with earth. Fire counters earth, earth counters then the electric, and the electric counters the water. So keep that in mind when you make your lineup. It is at the beginning a little bit rough just to get a only water squad or a only fire squad. So at the beginning you will just mix it a little bit up to have it the most efficient way, because you have not so many Palmons at the beginning. But you also want to make sure that you focus on one squad of Palmons at the early game. And this one is the Palmons you focus on, you want to up-level on. So which Palmons we go for and how we act with that. So when we look at the Palmons, they have also some different kind of traits on it. So they have attack bonuses, HP bonuses, etc. And this can you also improve later in a building, but that is topic for a separate video here. In the nursery, you can also improve and change that, which traits you can take over from other Palmons you will dismiss. How this works, that is a little bit complicated and in my opinion next level, but what I can tell you at the beginning is that you want to really go for Palmons which has kind of the S traits on it, right? You have an S trait, which is very good, and you also want to make sure that the traits are suitable for what you're looking for. So for example, if you use this Palmon mostly for fighting and to, just to beating bully bosses on the map or for PvP later, then you want some good damage buffs over here. If the Palmon is more to help you in your city, to increase your resources, then other traits are better. You want to look which is your lineup at the beginning. And it's also important to mention that the Palmon is either suited for the front row of your squad, or they are suited for the back row of your squad. When we look back to the squad building, you can see here you have 2 Palmons in the front row and you have 3 Palmons in the back row. So you always want to make sure that you have the Palmon which is suited for the front, you have it placed in the front. Like for example, Ninjump is kind of one of that, so I put him in the front row. And then he has more effect for you on battlefield because he's just a little bit tankier. How does this Palmon work? How can we up-level them? How can we increase everything? So the first thing you can increase on a Palmon, let's maybe go a little bit on one on a lower level. You have that XP, and that XP you get also when you are hunting monsters and enemies on the map and when you participate on different events. Let's just use this here, so you can just use your EXP boxes, we can use a little bit more, and then you can just upgrade your Palmon level over here, and you see the higher the level is, the higher the attack, the defense, and the HP is. Let's go one more level, then we have completed it, and you see over here we are at level 58 and the attack, defense, and HP goes up. Additional to the EXP, which you can by the way also get here on your Palmon's beds when they, I can show you after when they did their, now they are going to sleep, but after you can collect here some extra XP as well. So when we look into some other possibilities to up-level your Palmons, so here you have the star levels. You need that tokens. There are individual tokens for your Palmon and there are universal tokens for your Palmon. So for example, we can just give here some extra star levels, and when you increase the star levels, you unlock more skills. And you also get more attack, HP, and defense. So let's go a little bit further. We already collected a lot of this one. Let's see how far we can take it. You see, the higher you go up with the stars, the more tokens it takes you. And you have also this Omni token. You can just use them for whatever Palmon you want to up-level more, you want to focus on the beginning. They are very valuable, especially if you have that UR tokens over here. The UR Omni token are very valuable in the game. Don't spend them too fast in the game. It's maybe also good to save some up if you have really decided what are the main UR Palmons you want to focus and prioritize in the game. So beside the level and the star levels, there is also some skills you can up-level. And this is also important to know. You need the skill fruits for that. There are UR skill fruits you see over here. You have here some skill fruits chest I have already in the inventory. Let's see what we got out. So we got legendary skill fruit, epic skill fruits, and rare skill fruits. So the legendary ones we can use on the legendary Palmon over here. So let's see for what skill level we want to go next. This one is attack. This gives more attack buffs. This one deals more damage, and this one dealing a total more damage. So you can always look what is your main priority right now. For example, if I say I want to go for more attack right now, or I want to go for that damage dealt, I can just use them, and then I have a higher skill level and they become more powerful. For the skill, it's also important to mention that some Palmons have a very important extra passive skill which helps you at the beginning of the game to get more free resources. It helps you to collect more in your city. You can upgrade your buildings faster, you can upgrade your tech more, and you really need a lot of resources at the beginning. So for example, Meow Dame, she has here increased gold, lumber and steel rewards by a percentage when you defeat a bullymon or bully boss on the map. Then we have some like this one here, which has a passive skill, like the gold output is percentage increased when working in a shop. And the gold is very valuable, so we can here upgrade this a few levels and you see how the percentage goes up. Then we have some like this one over here with the skills, ore output when working in a mining shop. So here you get more ore you can stack up. And that is how all the different Palmons are. Yes, each one has some different levels, but really focus at the beginning when you're starting really on that passive skills for the resources output, which increases it, because that is just nice to have and helps you to grow faster in the game. You can also assign your Palmons different jobs in your camp. So this Palmon, for example, with this job can be assigned to shopkeeping jobs. The next one we have over here, this job can be assigned to watering jobs. This Palmon over here can be assigned to sawing jobs. This one can be assigned to a job for smelting jobs. So you have a quick overview. You can either do it directly on the building. For example, on the camp, you can assign Palmons and they help you that you have a build speed reduction over here when you directly sign them in. For example, here in the tomato farm, they help you planting and they help you watering, and they also give you a higher tomato output bonus. And that you can basically do for every possible resources in the game. You have a higher output of free resources. And there is also on the left side here a complete list of all the Palmons you can assign jobs inside your camp. So you see here, it is building speed bonus, analyzing speed bonus, it is training speed bonus, you have healing speed bonus, and then you have here all the resources outputs for wood, tomato, pumpkin, or lumber, etc., etc. So make sure that you always assign them and always assign the Palmons you have already up-leveled a little bit, because they have a higher percentage for you, and that is free additional resources you just can buff at the beginning and increase your power faster. So this is it about the Palmons. I will definitely make a separate video out of it, how you really focus the best Palmons at the beginning, which you want to work on, how you build your squad over there that you are successful. But for now, that is the base infos you need to know about the Palmons. Let's go to another important part at the beginning, because I feel like this is very important to know. You have a VIP level in that game. This VIP level, when we look, you start at VIP level 1 in the game, and you get daily, can you collect here your total VIP points, 200 for free. Every day without spending any money, you can get that for free. Additional for sure, when you are buying some packs in the game, you get additional VIP points and can up-level that much faster. Let's look a little bit at the VIP levels. At the beginning, the higher your VIP level goes, the higher you get resources output, you get building upgrade speed, you get a lot of march speed, you get a AP purchase limit, which is very valuable in the game. AP is the CP from Call of Dragons in Palmon Survival, where you can just, you have your stamina, you can go out and just hunt some bully bosses, get some free rewards. We have another building upgrade speed over here, and healing speed, I think technology, research speed as well. So the higher your VIP level, the better. And what you also have every day, let's go back here, you have a daily free gift you can claim. And when we look here, it is a epic token for a Palmon over here. So the higher the VIP level comes, at level 10, you get already a UR token over here, which is more valuable. At the beginning, it is really good to have a look how you can get that VIP points, and you can use some of your palite here in that game that are the gems in the game, but they are very rare, so don't overdo it. But sometimes it can really make sense at the beginning, use some to increase your VIP level a little bit, because the more of that research build buffs, resource buffs, output buffs at the beginning you get, the faster you can gain power and the faster you become stronger in the game. So it can be really a thing at the beginning. And you also unlock here, the higher VIP level you have, you unlock more stuff you can buy here in the VIP store. And you see here at VIP level 5, you can also get some legendary token for Palmons over here. So this is additional effect. It is very good to have an eye on your VIP level and maybe spend some of your palette you have in the game over here on the VIP level. I think that is something what you can think about. Last but not least, I think very important at the beginning is this game is not a game you play alone. This game is a game which is kind of a community game. You can join a guild. So what is a guild? It is, in other games, it is called Alliance. There are here the maximum number of members is 100 players play together in one guild. You can just do rallies together, and you have also additional guild tag when you join a guild. For example, if we look over here, increases the maximum number of times each queue can be aided. So you can get help from your guild members when you start a building. For example, you see over here, I have here some construction, etc. And I already got 12 helps from my guild members, and that reduces the time my building or my research takes. So you save much speeds when you join a guild and help each other over here. And there's also some guild technology over here. You have here also a building upgrade speed for all the guild mates. So that helps you out a lot. Additional, you get here some extra free rewards. There are the common rewards when someone defeats a bully boss on the map. You can claim them all. That is free extra stuff. We take that. And also here you can get, when some guild members are buying some packs, you can see here, you can claim that extra rewards, and that is always very nice to get as well. And sometimes when you are very lucky, you get some VIP points here as well, which helps you at the beginning definitely a lot. You have here the big guild gift. Let's see what we get out of that. I mean, you get 100 palette out of here, building speeds, you get some resources. So definitely the moment you are able to join a guild, I would definitely do that, because it helps you to increase your power fast in that game. So that was the ultimate starter guide. I think everything you need to know at the beginning when you really go out and start playing that game. The best is just the game introduce you very well what you have to do next. You have that little quests you have to do. You have your daily quests where you get some extra free resources. I would definitely always watch that you do all your daily quests. You have your system quests where you get additional rewards as well. So the game kind of guides you through the different stages, what you have to do, what is your next level. Here you see on the Palmon beds right now, I can collect this XP where I can up-level my Palmons again. So I can tell you at the beginning, just try being active, collect all the free rewards, participate on the free events, help your guild members over here, and just enjoy the community. You have also world chat, you have a guild chat, you have private chats, etc. So you can talk to your guild members, you can help each other to grow. And this game is still very new, so we expect a lot of updates coming out. But I think at the current game state we have right now, these tips I gave you are really helpful at the beginning. And if you focus your building, your tech, and your troops and your Palmons, you are in the right direction. And I will definitely give you some more detail. So stay tuned and drop a like on the video if you enjoyed your time here with me. And if you have some important things for the community, very important to know at the start, please let me know in the comments on the video below. I'm very interested also what the community thinks over that. And I want to also say a big thanks to Pharaoh. She helped me so much. I was new in the game and she's on, I think, server 13. When we look at that power, close to 200 130 million power already. And I get a lot of good infos there, so I could really introduce myself in the game faster. So big thanks and shout out here. Till the next time, I wish you all the best. Subscribe to the channel. Happy gaming and much love, your princess.